Starting in a standing position, you're going to warm up the feet by just coming up to your toes and then bringing the heels down. Just repeating this a few times. From here, you're going to fold and bring it out into a down dog. So you want to make sure that you're pushing the floor away through your shoulders, tailbone up, and you can start pedaling the feet. Come up nice and tall on your toes and shift your weight forward into a tall plank so your shoulders are past your hands and you're getting a deep bend in the toes. Then you can shift back into your down dog and pedal the feet again. We'll go through this a couple of times. From here, you'll drop your knees and keep your toes tucked under, sitting back onto the heels to get a deep stretch through the feet. You're going to just inch your way back as much as you can, almost like a child's pose. And as you get more and more comfortable through this stretch, you can bring the shoulders up a little bit higher, adding a little more weight to the stretch in the feet. It's helpful to add pressure and then release pressure, so as you sit back, you'll then come forward to release that pressure and then repeat until you feel like you could take it to the next level where you'll be a little more vertical through the torso. Walk the hands back out and lift your hips so you're back into that down dog position and pedal out the feet. And this time we'll do a similar routine, but we're going to turn onto the tops of our feet. So as you shift forward, flip from the bottom of your foot to the top of your foot. You're going to want to sort of work through your core a little bit, and you'll keep your hips up a little bit higher for this one. And just search for that stretch to the top of the foot and the ankle. Dropping down on the knees, you're going to stay on the tops of the feet, and as you take your time and sit back, adding some pressure to the stretch, you can add even more by lifting one knee at a time and sort of really pulling through the front of that shin, ankle, and foot. Sending it back up into that down dog, we're going to go between pedaling the feet and then shifting to the tops of the feet and then back to the pedaling. Now you'll walk your feet towards your hands, keeping the feet hip-width apart with a nice big reach in this fold so you get a deep stretch through the hamstrings and the low back. You're going to lower the hips down using your elbows to push the knees apart. And then you can start rocking from side to side a little bit, lifting one heel at a time and gently working through more angle for the ankles. Just take your time driving the foot through the floor and moving your hips side to side so you can get as much stretch through the feet and the lower leg as possible. If you feel like you need to, you can lift the hips up for a little reset and then sink back down, moving side to side through the ankles. Still in the fold position, you're going to separate your feet a little bit more, and you're going to reach over to one side and then swinging it around to the other side, feeling a stretch through the side of the lower leg, probably the ankle and the foot as well. Take your time, walking through the center and over to the other side. Separate your feet a little bit more, and we'll do this again so you're reaching to one side, getting a deeper stretch, gently walking the hands across and reaching over to the other side. Doing this a couple of times and preparing for a nice slow lateral squat. Now we'll squat to one side, so you're going to bend one leg, keeping the other one nice and straight. And you want to get as much depth here as you possibly can. So if you need to hold something in front of you, go ahead and do so. But here you're going to maneuver the ankle just like you did in that deep squat. So you're going to shift things around so that you can feel the angle in your ankles and all of the stretching through your feet. When you're ready, you'll switch over to the other side, doing the same thing, taking your time and searching for what your body needs. And you'll just go side to side in this stretch for as long as you feel like you need it. When you're ready, you'll bring the feet together, and staying in this fold, you're going to start just wiggling your toes, splaying the toes, checking out how your feet feel, and then you're going to take your time and come up nice and tall.